Alrighty, everybody, welcome to Redline Racing Network here for the Dynasty Cup Series. Ready to go racing here tonight. We got about 7 race cars in total now, 8 ready to go at ChicagoLand Raceway. This race originally scheduled for 134. I do believe they're going to adjust the distance, though. However, for this one, thank you guys for coming out. Gen 4 time here again, ChicagoLand Speedway. The place here tonight, and it is the place with the space here in Chicago. It's unfortunate we're in this position with car count, but nevertheless, we are all here tonight and ready to go. Thank you, everybody, for coming out, and we will be ready to rock and roll. Again, thank you, everybody. This is going to be a good one here. Ready to go with our 8 race cars we do have. And I do believe the reason for the car count may be the real life cup race, but nevertheless, we're going to have fun at Chicago. So again, we are ready to rock and roll. Field lined up here, and I'm going to double check chat right quick. Make sure we got a lap count that we're running here tonight. Field going to roll off. Chicago going to be in handful here tonight. So again, let me double check this on the admin side. We'll be right back and good to go here tonight for the next 100-ish laps. All right, back on the green right now as we are ready to lock and roll here tonight. Field gonna roll off here. Looks like 6 of them gonna take the green flag. Green in the air, let's go. Green is out, 1 lap on the board. Ready to rock and roll here tonight. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like 7th or 8th gridded, so we're gonna go with what we got right now with Donald out front. Taylor, Butcher, Benjamin, Kent, Kyle, Gary. Single file here tonight. So again, we'll get single file already right now. That's James the second. Here goes Ken. Here comes Butcher Benjamin right now. So Benjamin going to go alongside. So again, 2 laps complete. Continuing to be single file right now. Three on the board. Donald continuing to lead right now, pulling away at the moment, doing everything he can. James, Ken, so again, everybody spread apart. Kyle, Taylor, Gary, right there. There is Gary up to 6th. Hanging tight. James continuing to lead right now, 5:01:34 complete. James. Donald right there behind, trying to run him down. Can't do it. And there as well. Ken having a pretty decent run tonight. So again, so far so good. A little bit of a battle there. 3 cars under a blanket. That's Ken, James, and Donald right now. Getting it back at it here. These 3 going at it. But again, nice job spread apart. It's complete. James right now and Ken 2 by 2. They'll stay side by side right now. So right now, these 2 by 2. Ken will get clear. There is Donald hanging on. Taking a look right now. Spreading back out here. Now it's Ken continuing to lead. James back there behind him. And again, getting into a rhythm here tonight already. That's the hard part, right? Get into a rhythm and roll. Again, 9 laps of 134 in the books here this evening. Nine complete this time by. Ken out there just monitoring the situation. Ken doing a good job just monitoring everything. Donald Hickson Jr. Donald managing just to kind of hold serve right now. Ken up front managing to hang on. Donald, Kyle, and James, your top 4. 11 laps on the board of 134. Taylor Butcher Benjamin back to 5th. And Gray in 6th. And of course, Dave and Dakota never rolled here tonight. So again, we are still continuing to run just pretty much single file. So Donald continuing to dominate here. 12 laps complete. Ken right there behind him. Ken going to make a move to the inside. Nope, he'll blink out for a moment now alongside. He'll go to race lead. Nice job, Ken. But Ken, nice work. Going to fight through. Again, 13 laps in the books here tonight. Ken and Donald out front going at it. 4 or 5 of these race cars. Now Gary back to holding the 6th. Double file back here. Gary trying to move forward. All right, now let's do a little bit of crank it up here real quick early on here tonight. All right now we're back with you. 16 laps on the board here. Top three continuing to split away. See what they are looking at here. Donald continuing to lead. Donald out front with Ken right behind him. Kyle. James into the top four, and here comes Butcher Benjamin. So again, so far so good. So as they fight, these guys just keeping it rolling for the moment. Taking a look out front, Donald continuing to pull over Ken. Ken gonna try to stay with him last time by. It is going to be a 32-1 for Ken, 32-2 for Donald. Kyle, James, Taylor, Gary, Dave, Dakota, Kyle out front. So again, right now, spreading back out. Donald continuing to lead the cars by a bunch right now. Ken, take a look at Kyle and James right there in line. This is very interesting to how this is going right now. It's Donald out front and King Window lead. So what do you do if you're Donald out front of Ken here? Just kind of manual single file. So Kyle doing everything possible, sitting right there behind him, doing a decent job. And right now, Donald continuing to hang on. Donald out front, Ken second, Kyle to third, 22 laps on the board. Same group of race cars kind of single filed out. A little bit of double file here. There's Ken up top. Donald checked out right now over Ken just a little bit. Ken trying to fight back. Tire wear going to be a thing. Tire wear absolutely going to be a thing here tonight. That's for sure in this situation. Again, working at lap number 24 of this race. Again, so far, no issues here tonight. James, King going to Holt. Take a look at what we got. So again, right now, Donald continuing to pull away. Donald doing a tremendous job managing out front. Very interesting. A little bit of racing here with James and Butcher Benjamin 2x2. Up the hill, a little bit of contact. Little bit of contact between the two. So again, it's Henson Jr. over Kent. Then Kyle. Donald continuing to man. And right there behind them, managing to hold. Again, 27 on the board. Kyle there as well. So again, at least we got 2, 3, 4 cars staying pretty close to one another right now. Trying to keep this race alive here. $28 this time by. Donald. There is Ken there as well. Nice work. Ken holding with Donald here. Taking a look at Ken, blinking. Donald continuing to lead the car. So again, single file out front. Up top, that's going to be Donald there hanging on. Very interesting here. Kenny. Ken, Kyle, James. Holding tight. Donald out front leading, fighting forward. Ken right there, hanging on. Or Ken rolling. So Donald, nice flight. Ken, here comes Gray working the bottom. So again, Donald, Kyle, Taylor, James holding on also. They should be looking at pit stops here anytime soon here as they work the 31 lap mark. So again, Donald continuing to dominate right now. There's Taylor, nice job. Here comes James also. Donald continuing to pull away. Kyle. Donald continuing to pull away. So again, 34 at 134. That was scheduled. Should be going to about lap 100 here tonight. what do you do here as you work your way here looking for stops here? Gary down pit road. He'll take 4 tires right here. Taking a look, Donald up high, way high there. He'll get it reeled back in. Very, very interesting. Taking a look, Taylor Butcher Benjamin down pit road, 4 tires and fuel. So Butcherman doing the same thing, trying to figure it out. So again, very interesting how this will work out here rolling forward right now. Man, again, 37 laps complete here tonight. Nice work. Now, where does this go? Man, right now, 37 complete. So again, 38. Ken, Kyle. Ken continuing to lead. Ken doing a great job continuing to dominate. 38 complete. Kyle right there behind him. And continuing to lead. Ken continuing to lead. Kyle there as well. 1 and 2. Kyle and Ken down pit road. Kyle, great job. Down pit road. So Kyle gonna come on down pit road here tonight. 4 tires and fuel. At this point of the race, Gray, or Ken down pit road, excuse me, Kyle's still out on the racetrack for now, 40 laps in. Very interesting to how this is working right now. 41 this time by. Crazy right now. Working through. Nice job. 41. There we go. Kyle down pit road, top fuel and tires. So again, we'll continue to set up here tonight. Kyle down pit road. Kyle pit road. Donald, Ken there as well. So again, trying to hang on. 42 laps on the board. Donald up. We're going to lead here. Very, very interesting. Donald pulling away right now. So again, right now through the pit stops here. Everybody continuing to figure it out. Again, the 43, Ken James. And everybody trying to figure out what they can do here for this race. So again, we continue to run right now. So far, this race is going at the point here tonight. We're looking at Southwest Donald out there going for it right now by a bit. Donald, Exton Jr. and Ken Butcher Benjamin there as well. We'll be right back here in the booth momentarily. All right. Ken out front, the big window lead here. 51 complete. Ken Donald right there as well. Nice work here. Ken continuing to lead. Donald there as well. Kyle. Nice job. Kyle up to third. Ken continuing to lead. Again, 54 this time by. Ken. Donald. Here comes Kyle there as well. So right now it is going to be Ken Robert there continuing to lead. Behind him, Donald there trying to move forward. Kyle back to third. Here comes Butcher Benjamin also trying to move forward. So we see right here that Ken continuing to opening that gap now to 1.2 and further right now. So taking a look here, Taylor Butcher, Benjamin hanging on. Butcher doing a great job. Just sitting there in fourth. Ken out front, continuing to dominate. .56 complete. Over here. Ken continuing to hang on. Ken, nice job. Taking a look here. 57 complete. Donald there in the mix also. Donald, Kyle. So again, 57 complete this time by. Taking a look, Ken pulling away right now. He is checked out on the field. Then it's going to be the 8 of Donald. Kyle back to third. Butcher to fourth. James to fifth. And Gary to sixth. So again, we should be about 40 laps to go-ish in this one here at ChicagoLand. In the Dynasty Gen 4 series. Ken can pull forward. Ken doing everything he can with Donald there with him. So again, it's 59 complete this time by. Ken continuing to dominate. The gap now 3.0 and gathering. Just resting out front right now, not really pressuring the car. Nice work, Donald here trying to close gap. Can't do it. And fighting just to continue pulling that lead away forward here. Kyle back to third. Taylor there as well. James the fifth. continuing to dominate. Donald, 3.7 back. So again, right now, Donald continuing to run in the 8 machine here. Taylor. And continuing to pull away. 3.5, 5 seconds back to get Gray. Then Taylor again in 4th. James there as well. So again, we are working 65 laps in here tonight. So again, Ken continuing to pull. Not much to be said here. We'll have another pit stop here before much longer. Before we get to that lap 100 marker. Ken continuing to scoot and boogie away here. So again, 65 laps in the books here tonight. So again, what can you do if you're these drivers 65 laps in? Very, very interesting right now. Very, very, very interesting, if you will. Can continue to dominate. So again, 66 complete. So again, now Taylor Butcher Benjamin will make another stop here. Tires and fuel. So again, tires and fuel again for Butcher Benjamin here tonight. Nice job. Very interesting here. 67 laps complete here tonight. Just a roll right here. 68 on the board. Nice work. This time through. So again, what do you do here? 69 complete again, continuing to lead. So again, 69 in the book. Kyle. $70 on the board. Ken continuing to lead. Here we go. Donald to pit road. So again, more cars on pit road. Ken there as well. So again, 71 on the board this time by. 71 this time by Ken, Kyle. Go again, 72 this time. And James down pit road now. James, tires and fuel. To Ken. Going to fight. Kyle. Nice work. So again, Kyle and Ken. Nice and easy. Ken. Continuing to dominate. Kyle Gray in second right now. So Gray in second. Nice work. Ken. Kyle, Ken to second. Or Ken to the lead. Kyle to second. 5 seconds to gap right now. They still got to hit pit road. Again, 76 laps complete this time by. Taking a look at Ken right there. Just dominating what his field has become here tonight. Now he'll come to pit road. So he'll elect to go to pit road here. Down pit road he goes. Interesting decisions being made here tonight. Nice job. Kyle leads. Kyle continuing to fight. He'll come to pit road here. Get off of pit road and get rolling. Ken right there in the mix here. 77 on the board. Off of pit road. Ken back to the race lead. Donald somewhat close to him here. Not enough. Very interesting. So again, what do you do here? So Ken fighting forward here. Oh, nice work there for Kyle. For Ken and, Ken and Donald and then Kyle. Continuing to roll. Anybody able to make any moves here late in the going? Should be going to lap 100 here. Butcher Benjamin on pit road. close here. 79, 80 this time. Donald, nice work here, trying to stay close. He is close enough to do a little bit here. 2.2 back. Nice job, continuing to dominate tonight. Donald. Nice, Ken. Donald fight forward here. Donald trying to get close enough to do something. Ken now. So again, Ken continuing to fight. Three complete here tonight. Donald back there also. Kyle. Donald. Ken. So again, Ken continuing to lead. Back here as well. Donald way too far back to do anything. Kyle and Gary. Ken, nice job just continuing to manage the lead he has. Nice fight. Taking a look here. 85 laps complete. So again, Ken out front, continuing to manage. Again, Donald, Kyle. 86 complete. 5 seconds back. Taking a look here. Again, Donald and Kyle. Ken continuing to dominate. Donald behind him as well. Donald again, 5.4 seconds back. So 5.4. So interesting to see where we're at here tonight. Very, very, very interesting. So again, 88 on the board. We should be looking at 10 to go. Here is a little bit of a battle with Kyle Gray trying to close. So great, trying to move forward, trying to do what he can. What can you do here late in the going? Can't. So again, 90 complete. Complete. '91 complete. So again, Ken continuing to lead. Nice job. Nice job, Ken. '92 complete. '93. Ken continuing to dominate. Taking a look here, Ken and Kyle hanging on. So again, 94 complete. '95 this time. So Ken, Kyle, your top two, 7 seconds the gap. We do have a little bit of battle here between Kyle and Don Woodare for position. 95 laps on the board here tonight. Should be roughly 5 to go. So nice job, 95. '96 this time by. '97. Ken, Kyle. 1 and 2. '98 this time. Again, looking just a couple of laps to go here tonight. '98 this time by. Ken continuing to lead out front. Nice job, 99 this time by. So 99 complete. Ken continuing to lead. Looks like he's going to get it done here tonight. Coming to 100 this time. Ken there as well. Coming through 100 this time by. Coming to 100 this time by. There we go. 100. So getting 100 this time by. Ken. Coming through. This should be about it right here. Ken has dominated here tonight. There you go. Ken gonna get through. Nice job, and he'll win it. Kyle gonna come home second here tonight. Donald gonna come home third. Gary fourth, and James in fifth, and there you go. That is gonna do it here. Nice job. Wow. What a race. Well, there you have it. That's going to do it here tonight. The 9 going to come down here and celebrate here this evening. Man. There you have it. So there you go. We'll be right back here in a moment in the booth.
Next week, I know the real life truck race is going on. Some people are actually in attendance to that, so I hope they're having a good time.
There we go, man. Well, it was fun for what we had tonight, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for putting on the broadcast.
Yes, sir, man. Let me move these guys up here, and we'll talk to you soon, James.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. All right, let's start talking to some folks. Hey, Ken, Matt in the booth, you got a copy? You got me there, buddy?
Why can't I hear you? You're quiet.
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Hold on.
Let me see my. What about now? Any better for you? What about now, buddy? Man. You got me there, bud? Okay, let's see if we can. You got me now, Ken, buddy? We'll move on to Donald here. Hey, Donald, you got a copy of me?
I do.
All righty, man. What's your thoughts on tonight, buddy?
Other than the obvious wishing there was more people, it's fun that you can actually rip the top. I just kind of screwed up that I screwed up hitting too early, but it seems like if you manage your stuff, you can run the fence. It's pretty nice. I like this place a lot.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, we didn't have as many people do the cup race, but man, it was an interesting night for what we had.
Yeah, no, this car's fun for sure. I mean, it's the extra power is nice. It's a little tighter, I think, than the previous car. It's just took me a little bit to adjust to it, and I ended up. Oh, I just stalled it. I ended up just running a longer ratio, really, sugar ratio to kind of mitigate the right front. But I pitted too early and kind of gave it to Ken and hit the wall. I'm sure you saw that.
Yeah.
I gave up the lead. That's why I kind of impromptu there. I'm like, screw it, I'll pit now. See what I can do.
Well, man, good fight back, dude, and good night overall.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm fine with the top three. Can't complain.
Yes, sir. Anybody on the car you want to give a shout out to, buddy?
The league. You mean on the car?
Yeah,
or,
on the car. Either or.
Well, the league itself, of course. I feel for James because these are very fun. I don't know why more people don't show up, but I mean, these cars were some of the best that we got. At least I personally got to watch growing up. So you would think people would want to race them, but nonetheless, the league, obviously, iRacing itself are existing because it's like my dream as far as sims and racing games go. So it's like the only thing I want to do, even no matter if it's this car or a Cadillac, Spa. I love it. It's fun.
It's a ton of fun, ain't it?
Yeah.
All righty, man.
Yes, sir, it is.
Well, congratulations on the run tonight, buddy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate your time. You have a good night.
You too, sir. All right, let's try to get Cam back up here. Hey, Kyle, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
All righty, man. What's your thoughts on the evening, bud?
Kind of a low attendance, but we still got a stout competition, so track was hot, and the first one went pretty good. Was able to hang with Ken for a little bit, and went for that first pit stop, and I think I overshot my box a little bit, so that kind of cost me some time.
Right. Just one of them things, man.
Yep. But shout out to him for winning, and James putting on the series, and yep. Go on to, or I think we're off next week.
Yes, I think so. I think we are. Well,
appreciate the broadcast, and
yeah, no problem, man. It was a fun night.
Yep.
All righty, buddy. We'll talk to you later, my guy.
All right, we'll see you.
You too. All righty, King, you got a copy? You got a copy there, Ken, buddy?
I think I can hear you a little bit this time. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. You pretty much dominated here tonight, buddy.
I would say dominated. I just, kept my tires underneath me and, just drove my race. Let, Donald and Kyle run their race, and I just ran mine and, really concentrated on executing, pit stops and whatnot, getting to the commitment cone. Felt like I made a lot of time up in that little area.
Well, you did, man. You did a good job, and man, unfortunate the race had to end a little bit earlier tonight due to cars, but hey, you'll take it, right?
Oh yeah, always. It happens. It's racing. I grew up dirt track racing. There were some times we'd show up to a race. You'd think it'd be a lot of cars, and a couple of them show up, and it's just nature of the beast.
Yep. That's all you can do is just move on to next week, right?
That's right, brother.
All righty, man. Well, congrats on tonight, and looking forward to seeing you here in 2 weeks. I think we're off next week, actually.
Yeah, I think we are too. Yes, sir.
All righty, man. Well, I'll see you in 2 weeks, buddy.
All right, take it easy. See you then.
All right, see you then.
Bye.
All right, thank you, everybody, for coming out. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great one, everybody.